One of our largest emotional and spiritual needs as human beings is to be seen as who we really are. And as you might guess, our current culture is not particularly good at that. We often see people, not necessarily the people watching this video, but people, our typical people in our culture, there's a tendency, I guess I'll just say, to see people as we need to see them, to put them in a box and see them as whatever, as objects or this way or in roles. And we don't really see them as they are. And that creates a sort of loneliness and isolation. And the people close to them, even their significant other and their family and their friends, aren't able to truly see them. They might express a subtle thing and it gets missed. And so they feel like no one gets them. How many times have we heard this? No one gets me. I think women are even, well, we all are, but I think women are very sensitive to this. And they may be seen as objects or this way or that way, and they're not seen. So it's a real need for us to see people. So the people that watch this video, I'm counting that you've developed your ability to see people more than most people in our culture, in the world today. So you actually have the ability to see people as they are, to see them, to see their heart, to see their beauty, to see their essence, to see their intention, that they care. Like, you can see these things because you've developed them in yourself. You've sat in sharing circles or whatever else, and you've listened to people and you've seen them when they talked, when they spoke. You've done the work, you've meditated a lot. Whatever it is your practice is, you become more sensitive to energy and vibration, and you can see people as they are. You can, so your third eye is more open, you see things as they, all that stuff. So now here's the thing. While it's our biggest need, and where it's like people are kind of desperate to be seen, okay, they're not really used to being seen. So when we do see them, okay, it kind of freaks them out a little bit. They feel really, really vulnerable because they have beliefs that tell them that if you see me as I really am, you'll reject me, or you'll think I'm a terrible person, or whatever that is. So, and they're not used to it. And back in the days when we were in clans, this happened all the time. It wasn't a big deal. We all saw each other as we were, and it wasn't a big deal. But now, since so few people see, when you all of a sudden come and you see someone as they are, and then you acknowledge it, you let them know, you give them feedback that I see you, it can be very, very vulnerable for them. They like it, and they need it, and they're hoping that someone does it, and then you come along, but then it's just like, whoa, he sees me. So then the idea is, if you want to provide this to other people, if you want to make a difference in this way, is by seeing people, the first thing you do is you allow yourself to see them, and then you kind of hold space for them to be seen. And what I mean by that is you see them. We do this in sharing circle. We don't criticize them. We don't judge them. We don't give them advice. We don't tell them to be other than who they are in any way. We just say, I see you and I accept you. I love you. I fully accept you, and I see you and I honor who you are, exactly the way you are. That's holding space. And if you're going to see people, you need to have that second holding space piece there, or else it almost, well, I wouldn't say it does more harm than good, but it'll freak them out often. And you probably have had that happen, So the way you hold space for them and the way you see people is we allow energy in. We allow their energy in. So seeing is really a receptive, absorbing, at least seeing in this way, seeing who they really are. You've heard me say allow energy and stop pushing energy out, allow energy in, allow it go through a big time in our third eye chakra, our heart, and then we're able to see, intuitively see and know who they are. And that's how seeing works. Now, this is different than the energy of, say, looking or seeing, like or checking someone out. It's like, or being angry. We tend to think in our culture that seeing goes out. It's pushing energy out. I see you. Don't even try it. I see you. I see what you're doing there. It's like in this confrontive. It might be angry. It might be, like seductive. It might be, and it's like it's pushing energy out. Okay? And that doesn't feel good when you have energy pushed out when someone sees you. Okay? What does feel good and what does hold space and what does, and when we push energy out, by the way, we aren't really able to see them who they are, see them as they are. But when we allow that, when we look at them and we allow their energy in, then we first of all have the ability to see them as they are. I'm having difficulty speaking. We have the ability to see them as they are for the first time because we stop pushing energy out and we allow them to go through our chakras. And we also have built right into that the ability to hold space for them. Now their energy is in our heart, and we're joined with their energy. And now we can just say, yeah, I see you and I accept you and I honor you. And even if you see an opportunity that you could maybe improve upon them, if you're just seeing them, okay, and you're not like doing a session with them, or they didn't ask you your opinion about something, if you're just seeing them, then you just see them as they are and hold space and honor them to be that way. Then, even though they're vulnerable, they have a positive experience because you saw them, they sensed that you saw them, they became vulnerable, and you didn't ask anything of them. You didn't criticize them or judge them or come on to them or manipulate them, or you just saw them and you just said, I see you. Who you are is beautiful. I honor it and I see you. And if you can, when you provide that for people, and it can be just when you're in the grocery store, it doesn't have to be, it can just be a simple thing. You just smile and they do something and you see who they are and you just smile and hold space for them. That makes such a huge difference because so few people do it for them. I guarantee that not many people are able to do that for them. And so it really meets their need of being seen. They're like, wow, someone saw me today. Gee, honey, someone saw me today. And they didn't want anything from me. They just saw me and smiled, and they just seemed to think I was cool. They seemed to think I was beautiful. Kind of freaked me out a little, but boy, that felt good. He saw me. If you can walk that way and do that with a couple of people every day, you are making a huge difference. Because you're seeing people and they're being seen, and now their heart is full, and now they feel like they're not isolated, and they feel like they're not invisible, and and they don't feel like no one gets me, because when you see them, you kind of do get them. Okay, and then you can start offering this with your significant other. Maybe you do, and they can offer it with you and your family members and your clients, okay, and the people you bump into throughout the day. You can allow their energy in, you can see who they are, you can hold space and honor who they are. So, now, doing more than that, like if I'm doing a session with someone, I'll see them, and then because of the contract we have about the space, I might make a suggestion, but I do that very carefully because I'm still holding space for them. It's like, you are you're awesome exactly as you are. And, you might even, enjoy your life more if you make this small adjustment, But you have to be very careful because they're very vulnerable because you're seeing them. They feel exposed. When someone sees them, they feel exposed. And that is what vulnerable mostly is. It's like, whoa, I feel so exposed. There's no hiding from this person. He is seeing all of me. And is he seeing my icky parts too? Oh my gosh, I feel so exposed. But yet, if you can do that, hold space for them, then they're like, wow, he or she saw me and she still loved me and liked me and honored me. And then that starts breaking down their belief systems. If they really saw who I was, they would hate me. Well, here you just broke that belief system of theirs by you saw who they are and you loved them, you honored them, and you held space for them, and you celebrated them. So that is my video. I could keep going, but that's a good amount. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you have an amazing week. And as you're living your week, practice that. When you're interacting with someone, maybe you know them well, maybe you don't, allow their energy in and allow yourself to see them and to know them. And then from that same place, allow yourself to hold space for them and saying, yes, I do see you, and you are perfect exactly as you are. You are beautiful, and I care, I love you, I accept you, I honor you. And see what happens. And I will see you in a week.